Did you look yourself in the mirror?
Yeah.
And you don't think you look good enough?
It's Czarr, all rights reserved. CommenterNation, the greatest nation since United Nations. The white looks right. Wasn't my design. Wasn't. It's the takeover. What's good? What's up, Vimenci? I didn't let everybody else know. I was doing a quick live to follow up on the receipts I put out there. And I don't always put everybody out there. If I'm putting something out there, I see if people aren't liking. New designs, the Bronx Takeover. Shout to the Bronx. Stand up, Bronx, stand up. We got more coming. And it actually matches my new background and my new banner, so I rock with it. I wanted to quickly go live to discuss what I put up about Succa and the individuals that skipped town, although I won't go into detail on that note. Excuse me not having the hat on. You know, it's a late lunch. I wanted to get things rocking. Nah, but my connects. My connects are in NY. I'm currently not in NY, but my connects are in NY. And we're growing. And it's been a large fan base that I've been pulling from. So shout to the designer. We got more designs coming from the Bronx and creations, and I'm eventually going to work up different things with this guy, and that's who's going to make official gear related to all rights reserved to offer to you guys. So you're going to have authentic official gear, high quality hoodies, high quality everything. It's already in the works. Me and him are conversating. Now, I said something about the Succa. Now, I went down this young lady's entire feed, and on her feed, it had some crazy stuff, like crazy stuff, crazy to a level you wouldn't believe. Like the craziness dealing with what I read and what I'm concluding here, it's beginning to make X seem like he had a point about her character. Now, I've seen her when she was with him around a bunch of people, and it did not look like what she was saying. So she was making it seem like she was doing something. She was making it seem like it was him and not her, as far as when they had that negative interaction. But it was very curious. Not only that, I wanted to follow up and say that whoever reached out to me and asked me not to disclose their name, I won't say your name. I won't say who you really are. But when I know who people are and I communicate with them, it gives me a stronger sense of everything going on around me. It gives me a stronger understanding of you. That's why I made that point, because I'm not going to go out like, oh, this person. I'm going to understand where you fit, and it'll work better on how I release different content. It'll give me an understanding where certain people stand. You don't have to come out and say something blatantly. That's why these guys who were doing funny moves, I was confused, because I told them, look, you can speak to me and I understand. And they chose to move a certain way because they felt that, I guess, they were being incriminated somehow. And they're accusing me of making accusations, which is completely false. That is not the truth. I never said accused anyone of anything. So here's what I want to put out. If you're someone that looks at these socialites mocking and different things, just like me, and you see how they try and capitalize off of moments when they're like making fun of the situation, you know, don't hesitate to call it out. You know what I mean? That's part of what we do. That's part of why we do it. Another thing is, I need people to understand that with YouTube and people that do what I do, it's an attack on us all, because we're exposing people who are funny acting. We're exposing people who are doing things a certain way. And they try to refer to us as conspiracy when the real conspiracy is the people doing the darkness that we speak of in these investigation cases. That's the conspiracy, because you're conspiring to hide or cover up something. That's conspiracy. It's not people who speak on it in an intelligent and serious manner. Now, you could believe what you want. You could say what you want. Again, I'll reach out to everyone else. Tomorrow, I got a lot going on. Me and this lovely lady in my life, we're going to be doing some things. So the live, it's still going to happen. I'm still going to have that gentleman on. Your normal guest, Queen Prodigy, all of them, if they're available, they're going to be here. I wanted to quickly come on because I seen some shade on the low. And again, you'll never see people like Geneva and them come on with their name. They're going to come on hidden. But what I said was a fact. It was a fact. Go down your page and read what you're saying. You spoke on popping a pill, and literally someone else co-signed that. Is that how you want to be? Is that what your legacy is going to be? Because regardless of what you interpret his legacy, he never openly made that. He cared about people. But you publicly are showing disdain towards people. You could have kids watching you, and you could care less. You're just saying what you want to say. You want to know what? That's that thought mentality. That's the thought mentality that people are making songs about. The pill popping, the crazy acting, the people who are trying to justify a behavior when it goes into your character. When you're also making accusations about someone else's character, then you're backtracking it like, oh, I lost someone. Well, behave that way. Your behavior isn't synonymous with what you're saying. You're over here talking about popping pills, acting like you're perfectly fine when he declared you had a mental illness, and I see what he's talking about. I see what he's talking about. That's what I'm saying. I read your page. I was sick. I was like, she's sick. This girl has problems. Period. That's not something that's up for debate. My thing is, are you going to change that? Are you going to live out a legacy that's respectable, having seen the legacy he was reaching to do, even if you want to judge him from his past, what he became? Do you get that? I don't think you get that. That's part of what I'm trying to say. So when you come at my neck and you're like, oh, he's talking about that. Oh, he's talking about this. He's just talking. You're just talking. You're just talking. Because I'm standing for what makes sense. That's what I'm trying to say. What do you guys think in the comments, in the chats? If y'all remember, when I first began my lives, I was conversating with the chats. I don't know if she's talking about me because people have hidden names. I don't know who's talking about what, but I'm addressing it because I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not drawling. I know I'm not bumping something that I know I'm not. I know I'm being honest. I know I'm telling the truth about what's actually going on. That's crazy. Your behavior it's crazy. And it's like, then I see you talking about pulling up with sticks with your crew. Who told you to speak that way? Who taught you to speak that way? Because if you're going to glorify something like that, and some young girls rode up on you, should I feel bad? See, the thing is, people don't understand African-American culture and how that stuff's a part of our culture that goes on. They just talk about it because it sounds cool. Do they really care? Do they really care that black men are dying? Does she care? Read her page. What else do I have to say by what she's putting out there? Then she's saying, stay out of my business. You're putting your business out there. Telling me what you did on the afternoon when no one asked. In most cases, those earthquakes would not occur. We know the viewer's trust is under. I don't care if she's talking crap about it. She just needs to know that that's not acceptable. If you're not with the culture, don't speak like you are. When you were talking about getting beat and stuff, and people were coming at you because of stuff you did in the past up till then, you wanted sympathy for that, but you give no sympathy. You can't behave that way. That's where we're not going to look to see, are you okay? We're going to define what's coming out of your mouth. Does that go over anyone's head? For everyone just coming and hit that like button, the Bronx Takeover. Hit that like button. What are you talking about? Really? Is that how you feel? Really? They're constantly hopping in and out of things. Someone in the comment section, did you see the stuff she was mentioning on our page? But that's my thing. It's very flexible when she's opening her legs to different people. It doesn't make sense. You're opening your legs to different people, and he called that out. And to be real with you, it doesn't matter if I have one person in the room. I'm going to speak my piece. I'm me. I'm going to speak about it. So coming in, leave, that doesn't mean nothing to me. Because they come over just to see it, but then they leave because it starts hurting them. But I bet if I start going in on people like about Cleo and different people that people want to hear stuff about, they're going to run in to hear it. That's the thing. I get this media thing. I watch some of the best in the industry. You took it for granted. I watch some of the best in the industry. Let me start really talking about people, and it's going to fill up. I know. But I talk about what needs to be heard, because I wasn't playing that game with y'all like that. I wasn't playing with it.